Hey, what's up? It's Tony Collum here with Tony Collum DIY and How To. On this channel, I show you how to do things that you normally wouldn't know how to do. If this is your first time here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like any of the videos you see as you watch them. All right, now that I've got that out of the way, let's get into it. Today, we're making YouTube thumbnails using Canva. Stand by. What's your favorite app to use for thumbnails? Put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do when we want to do our thumbnail for Canva is we're going to open us up a web page here and log on to canva.com, and I'll put that link down in the description for you. Second thing you want to do is you probably want to create a Canva account if you don't already have one. As you can see down here, I've already got a Canva account. It's really simple to do. Make sure you do that. Then what we'll do is we'll create a design. Now for this episode, we're going to do a thumbnail for YouTube, and you can see they have different types of media that you can choose from. We're going to click on YouTube thumbnail. Alright, in the YouTube thumbnail box you can see you have several different options to choose from. You can choose from templates that are already made. And those are fine. I have no problem using those templates if it's something you feel like you want to do. However, we want to try to stand out the best we can. So it gives us a blank canvas to start with on the right hand side of the page, as you can see. So we're going to start using it with the blank background. From there, you can do two different things. You can choose a picture to upload, or you can start with a background, or you can start with an element. Personally, I like to start with my picture so that I know what I'm going to be looking at first. So I go to uploads. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a picture that I already have in my image folder here, and that is my ugly mug right there. Pretty straightforward and simple. I'm going to resize the picture to fit because I like using about half the screen, and then I'm going to fit the picture. I'm going to fit my face to the picture a little bit better. Let's recenter that and then shrink the picture down over here. Once you get used to using Canva a little bit, it'll actually be a lot easier to use once you've used it a couple of times. And I'm telling you, I absolutely love this for simple YouTube thumbnails. So there we go. We've got my ugly mug on there. Not a problem. You can also do this on your cell phone, and it's really good because then you can erase the background back here. But for this tutorial, I was wanting to keep it simple, so we're not going to get into that right now. But you can take and crop your face out of your picture using a multitude of different applications. Inkscape. You can use eraser app on your iPhone, things of that nature. Okay, so then you can either go with a full color background, or you can choose one of these different template type backgrounds. Personally, I like to keep my background simple. I don't like a lot of busyness, so I go with a solid color if I'm going to use a background. Sometimes though, this is my teal color that I use in a lot of my backgrounds, and it looks great. However, I feel like with that teal color in there, it uses a lot of it takes up all that space, so that it leaves a lot left to be desired for the eye. So what I like to do is I like to cut this in half with an element. So we'll leave the teal background there for now and see how we like it, and then we'll go to an element. And as you can see here, I like to use the triangle here. It's in my recently used elements, and there's a bunch of different elements to choose from. You can, once you click on recently used, you can click all, or any of the free photos, you can click all, and it opens it up even more. So then I take this triangle here and I start placing it. Kind of breaks up my photo picture over here, takes that square out of it, and also breaks up the teal background a little bit more. So really simple. What I do then is I start putting text box in place. I like to have my text box have a background to it, so I'll take a square shape with rounded corners, and then I'll change the color right here up top corner here. I'll change it to black or whatever color you want to use. Alright, and then if you want to duplicate this particular box, you just hit Control D and it duplicates that. And that's for anything here. If you want to duplicate the element of not the background, but the triangle or your picture, anything like that, Control D will do that for you. So I like the text background. I like the text box to be black, so I'm going to do that here. And like I said, you can shrink these down to about so far, and then you can start stretching them out, and then you can start bringing the boxes down even smaller with the corner pieces here. All right. but I'm going to do that because I like to keep mine about the same size. Alright, so then we go to text, and we'll pick, I like to do a little bit of a different body of text on here. I like to change up how things are written, but I also like it to be prominent. We don't want to use something that's hard to read. We don't want to use something that's really difficult to understand from the thumbnail portion, because again, it is a thumbnail is a small piece. So a lot of times I go with the graphic design. Now what that does, it gives you a bunch of different words and text in here, and I get rid of a lot of this stuff. Delete element, you can delete one piece at a time, delete element, and I keep the graphic design portion. And I'll type in there the word Canva. Alright, we still got a section down here we got to delete, so we'll do that. And I'm going to change the text color to white, so it'll pop off that black background. Easy enough. Move that to our bottom box. Shrink that down to where it's in its own box. And we're actually going to stretch it out a little bit. Sorry, we're going to make it a little bit bigger to fill up that text box. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll shrink down the text box a little bit so that it's not quite so big and that it stands out without being overpowering. Perfect. Now here we're going to do, I liked the certificate here. It's a nice big blocky letter. You can go ahead and change it to white too. We'll delete that out. And the word thumbnail, and we'll bring that up in size a little bit, center it in our box, and you notice these purple lines here, it's underlining thumbnail, it's showing that's the center of that text box, or about center. There's the center, and it also has one on the left hand side. It shows that it's lined up along the outside edge of the box below it, and that's fine if you want it perfect like that. You can play around with that. I like having things, I might change things up a little bit, and then we'll move the box around down here because we want to make sure we have plenty of room for all of our words. And let's go ahead and we're going to do another box here. Remember Control D. Oh, we copied the word thumbnail. We didn't mean to do that, so we can hit delete. There, let's copy that. Control D with that. Pull that up here. Pull our thumbnail box back down, perfect center. Pull this here. And then we're going to type the word YouTube up there. We're going to use a different, yet again, a different type of text. And it may look similar. It may look similar to you, and that's fine. But you can change it however you want. I'll make it white again. And this is obviously not a finished product, but it gives you the idea of what we're doing here. Shrink that down. Make it bigger. And move it into this. Okay. So we're going to change this a little bit from our original design. I think it'll look a little bit better like this. We're going to change Canva to let's see, maybe a bright yellow. Let's try a different color. We'll do a vibrant yellow or gold color maybe. We want it to stand out. We don't want everything to look like blocky letters everywhere. I mean, that just gets boring. So we're going to do, and then our width was going to be right here. going to change that back to red again that we just used. Give it a little twist, a little bit. Shrink that up a little bit. It's going to get us about where we need to be. And we might actually do a little bit more editing here just to get it down perfect, because we want it to look really well. We don't want it to look bland. We want it to stand out. We want people to look at this and go, wow, this is really professionally put together. And we want to, I mean, in a sea of thumbnails, you want to be able to stand out against it. And it's really difficult to do sometimes when you're just starting out with it. So there you go. There's a decent thumbnail that I think we could make work. I think it's a great way to you know, get started with this simple YouTube how-to. All right, right side top, click download, and preparing your design. You will get a nice little download in your download blocks up top. Save the file, click OK. And right here at the top, you see that little blue arrow pointing down. This is on Firefox. You can click it, and then you've got it right there. I don't know why it named it Riverside High School Computer Club, but it named it that. You can click this in your download file, and you can actually rename it in your download file. There you go. Looks like I got a little my picture moved over to the left a little bit there, but you can go back in there and change it, because we haven't closed Canva back out, so we can go back in there and change this and move the picture back to where it's lined up the way it should be, and not showing that edge. I think that's pretty close. Let me go up a little bit more. Whatever's not in that box, your starting box will not show. So I'm going to click download again, download it one more time, and save file. And that's pretty much it. If you've got any questions, please put it down in the comment box below. I'll be happy to answer anything I can. Thanks. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I make my thumbnails using Canva. Do you have any better ways to make thumbnails, or do you have any tips or tricks that you'd like to share with our YouTube subscribers? Also, please, if you like this video, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe, clicking the button down here in the bottom corner. Thanks for watching.